Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamat Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 1st chapter, and shloka is 33. Let me share my screen. I don't know whether I can do that quickly. Okay. Kachitshivam Devaka Bhoja Putriya Vishnu Prajaya Iva Deva Matuhu Yavaisva Garbena Dadhara Devam Trayata Yagna Vitanam Artam Kachitshivam Devaka Bhoja Putriya Vishnu Prajaya Iva Deva Matuhu Yavaisva Garbhena Dadhara Devam Triyatha Yagna Vitanam Artam Kachit whether Shivam everything well Devaka Bhoja Putriya of the daughter of the king Devaka Bhoja Vishnu Prajaya of she who gave birth to the personality of Godhead Eva like that Deva Matuhu of the mother of demigods Aditi Ya one who why indeed Swagarbhena by her own womb Dadhara conceived Devam the supreme Lord Trayi the Vedas Yatha as much as Yagna Vitanam of spreading the sacrifice Artham the purpose. Translation: as the Vedas are the reservoir of sacrificial purposes, so the daughter of the king Devaka Bhoja conceived the supreme personality of Godhead in her womb, as did the mother of demigods. Is Shri Devaki doing well? Purport: the Vedas are the full transcendental knowledge of spiritual values. And thus, Devaki, the mother of Lord Krishna, conceived the Lord in her womb as the personified meaning of the Vedas. There is no difference between the Vedas and the Lord. The Vedas aim at understanding of the Lord, and the Lord is the Vedas personified. Devaki is compared to the meaningful Vedas, and the Lord to the purpose, to their purpose personified. Okay. So the Om Ajnana Timrandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmritamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Tadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Chapatatyanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Itanami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Kampangam Lamgayate Giramit Krutpa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dina Taranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Gnananandamayam Dev Nirvalam Sparkapati Madharam Sarvidyanam Hayagrevam Upasma. Thank you for giving opportunity again. Maybe some people think, oh, again Balaram Prasad, two days ago he did, and again, okay. I don't know why Lakshmikant Prabhu gave me like that, but anyway, I'll try. See, the one thing I was the moment I read that, few things came in my mind. One is when the lion roars in the forest, all the foxes and wolves and whatnot, just by the name, by the sound of lion roaring, they all run either and thither. They won't stay in one place. They'll just run, it seems. Likewise, if you hear the word Bhagavata, we have accumulated sins, time immemorial, in our consciousness, or in the body, in the mind, in whatnot. All these souls will run away when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, the word Srimad Bhagavatam. This is one of the acharyas in Madhva Sampradaya says this. I was very, very much impressed by that analogy. I thought of sharing. Why? Because Srimad Bhagavatam is Nigama Kalpatoror Galitam Phalam. This is the fruit of all the Vedic literatures. Now, why am I telling all this? Because there are certain things which is talking about in this verse. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not an ordinary, because Vedas, as we know, Srimad Vasudeva had written many scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta, Sutras, and so many things he wrote. But of everything, consider if somebody looks at the mango seed. Oh, mango seed is there. It's basically mango. So why don't I eat the mango seed? No, it's not possible. And the moment somebody plants that seed, that means it grows, it sprouts, and somebody wants to eat that mango leaves, or the sprout, or the leaves, or the stem. Is it possible? No. And the mango tree grows slowly, grows, and then he gives the kind of a fruit which is not ripened yet. It's not ripened yet, but still we cannot eat that. But the mango, when it comes to the full ripened state, then somebody picks it up and then eats it. What is it from that mango you get? Is Nigama Kalpatoror Galitam Phalam. But in that mango, when you eat, Pibata Bhagavata Rasamalayam, that mango, when you eat, it's so much rasa. When you crush the sugar cane, you will get only rasa, which is very sweet. Likewise, in mango, when you open the peel and eat, it's only rasa. So that is the rasa from Srimad Bhagavatam, what we get. It's very important to understand why we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Time immemorial, there are so many accumulated sins. And how do we get rid of these sins? Can I take shower? Ganges water, even if I bring my Ganges water and bathe, only my external dust is gone. External, whatever we have, soap. On the top of it, we'll clean our body, and we have a nice clothing, and we have a nice makeup, and whatnot. We can put the cream, we can put anything, and we'll show that I am clean, I am very good looking. But inside, it's very bad. It's basically, outside we have an aroma with all the perfumes, but inside it stinks. So much in the mind, so much in the heart. For that shower we put on the externally, it's not going to clean. The one which goes internally, that is the hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam, is the one which goes to the heart and cleans the heart, which is rather Krishna himself cleans the heart. He has that big broom to clean, and then so much piles of dust that has to go away. That means Srimad Bhagavatam. And can we all read how many, we are all so fortunate that we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Are we, how did we get that fortune? It is not that today's. We had performed so many sat karmas. Sat karma means which is related to spiritual activities in many lives. And that all that accumulation of that previous activities, Sat Karma, has brought us together to to read Srimad Bhagavatam and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not an ordinary thing. We have to pat our backs that, oh my God, this is really somehow Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy, and whatever with the practices we did in our previous lives, it has brought together to read Srimad Bhagavatam. How sweet it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, Rasamalayam. So saying that, I'll continue this verse. And this verse, he's talking about the Devaki, mother of Lord Krishna, who is the daughter of King Devaka Bhoja. Who is this Devaki? How can anybody, for that matter, have Krishna as a child? It is not ordinary thing. How much austerity Devaki would have done it in her previous life. She was Prishni, P-R-S-N-I, Prishni, and Sutapa, they were husband and wife in their previous life. They did a lot of austerities. There was never a union between the Sutapa and Vrishni just for their sense gratification. They were praying the Lord, always playing the rod and Lord. So much austere, so much austerities they did, and they were asking, they want the Lord as their son. It is like a Vatsalya Prema. That is why it is not that ordinary that, Devaki can, anybody can get Lord as a child. They did so much austerity. So they took that three lives. One was the Prishni and Devaki. Sorry, Prishni and Sutapa, which is Vasudeva and Devaki. And the next birth was the Kashyapa and Aditi. That's what he is explaining in this verse. Aditi, which is the mother of Deva Matuhu, mother of demigods, which is Aditi. Who is Aditi? And now who gave the birth to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Vamanadev. And in that life, as Devaki and Vasudev, they gave birth to Lord Krishna. And now purport and how it says that it is as the Vedas are reservoirs of sacrificial purposes, in the mother of the demigods. So the way Prabhupada explains in the purport is amazing, that the Vedas are the full of transcendental knowledge and spiritual values. And who can actually reveal scriptures? We'll say revealed scriptures. There are many scriptures, but there is a revealed scriptures who can reveal Krishna to us. Correct, no? In that way, Mother Devaki, she is compared to the Vedas, but actually Krishna himself is Vedas. Sarvasya chaham hridishunnibhisto matta smritim gnanam apohanam cha vedaishcha sarvairahameva vedyo vedanta krit veda just chaham, or something. I forgot the last word. So Krishna himself is Vedas, is a personified Vedas. And what is this we learn from Vedas is to know Krishna, the Lord. The Lord will be revealed when you read the Vedas, which is the knowledge. In that verse of 15:15 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it says that we have remembrance, we have a knowledge, and we have forgetfulness. Yesterday I was asking a question to Shatrupa Mataji during the Vaibhav Bhakti Vaibhav class, that even though Lord, somebody, Krishna is sitting in our heart, is in our heart for time immemorial as a super soul. Even though Krishna is sitting in our heart and we don't understand Krishna and we don't feel the separation of Krishna, and we have a family member who leaves, we feel so much in separation because we have so much attachment. But Krishna is sitting in our heart for time immemorial as a super soul, but we don't have that sense that Krishna is sitting in our heart, and we don't have that separation because of the forgetfulness. The 15:15 explains, who Krishna himself will give the intelligence because of the past deeds. We have to continue based on our past deeds. So Krishna gives that remembrance of that fruit of that past deeds, and then intelligence to continue in this next life. And this that because based on that knowledge, he'll continue. Because the think about the mother, the child in the womb, the moment she'd born, just like all of us, we were born. The moment we were looking for mother's milk, where is that knowledge came from? It is Krishna's. So remembrance and knowledge comes from Krishna. That forgetfulness, because the moment we take birth, somebody passes away, then the moment it happens, he forgets everything, what happened in the past life. But he continues with that. Krishna gives that knowledge and remembrance, what to do, what not to do, based on the past deeds. That is was Krishna. And now that in that verse it says, Vedascha sarvair ahameva vedya. What do you know from that? To know Krishna. If somebody has read Srimad, our Mahabharata, and you say that, oh, what is this? There is only fight between the brothers. They are doing all this, kind of Draupadi Vastrabharana. What kind of thing is this in Srimad Mahabharata? Can you really understand? No. And then if they close the book, they may not understand anything. It is just like a plant or a seed or a leaf, and you may not understand that fruit. But Srimad Bhagavatam gives the fruit, the direct fruit. And if you dig in and continue reading of Srimad Mahabharata, that is, then Krishna will reveal in the heart. That is why it is called revealed scriptures as Vedas, and reveals in our heart. The only problem is the Vedas is Ananta. Ananta is very vast. It's very, very vast. We cannot understand that vast literature. But the summary of everything is Srimad Bhagavatam. Or it gives the summary that Krishna is everything. And in this verse, Mother Devaki, she is Vedas, and she gave birth to, compared to Vedas, and she gives birth to Krishna, and she is revealing Krishna to us, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if somebody wants to know Father, we can talk to Vedas. And then, Vedas, how do we know who is my father? You will talk to Mother, and Mother will say, who is my father? In the same way, Mother Devaki she is compared to Vedas, but personified Vedas is Krishna, because he took birth from Mother Devaki. How fortunate Devaki was, because as the Vatsalya Prema, Vatsalya Rasa, she gave that to Krishna, gave Krishna to all of us in this just previous Yuga, just 5,000 years ago. And what do we need to know is to know Krishna. But how do we know Krishna? Only by bhakti. The process of bhakti is by Srimad Bhagavatam, because it has to go to ears, and that goes to the heart and cleanses the heart, and then reveals. Even though there are a few things, I have an understanding of the knowledge. I have some we'll say reciprocation, revelation, understanding, whatnot. We have many words in it. But who reveals? End of the day, even Brahma doesn't know how Krishna, what is Krishna is. Lord Shiva doesn't know what Krishna is. Krishna cannot be revealed unless Krishna reveals himself in the heart of a pure devotee. And now, how fortunate Mother Devaki has given that birth to the child Krishna, right? And then she is revealing as Krishna himself. No, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. That continuing understanding, that is Janma Karma Chamya Divyam Yoyam Ve Veti Tattvataha. So Janma Karma, when you know the appearance and disappearance, activities, not a disappearance, activities of Krishna, that means Janma, The Janma happened by Mother Devaki. And then just by knowing this, we don't have to take birth again. How fortunate it is. So this is really important, that Vedas reveals Krishna. And how do we get that revelation? Is by the Guru, our own spiritual master, our Srila Prabhupada. He can reveal that whole many things. He translated all, the entire Srimad, 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, and reveals the Krishna in the purport of his books. Even though if you read the translation, we may not understand, but the purport is revealing so much knowledge about Krishna. How beautiful, and how that will sanctify our brains, our consciousness. We take sanctified food for what? To get our consciousness sanctified. We drink milk in the Prabhupada said, drink milk, hot milk in the night, so that you will get a pure cells, we'll get good cells to build up our consciousness. And in Kannada, there is a word called Viveka. Of course, we know Vivek. What is Viveka? Viveka means the meaning of Viveka means the one which, it's not that we have one in our previous life, but we don't know what it is. Viveka means the one which reveals that knowledge to continue our journey towards Krishna. That is Viveka. The knowledge to continue our journey towards Krishna is Viveka. So that is the Viveka you will get to continue our journey towards Krishna by revealed scriptures and by the purports of Srila Prabhupada and by the association. So we get only this knowledge only by association of the devotees of Krishna. How fortunate we are even to get the association of Krishna in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because every word, every sentence, every word is Srimad Bhagavatam. Of Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. So Nigama Kalpator Galitam Phalam, but Pibata Bhagavata Rasamalayam. So it's all packed in Srimad Bhagavatam. And think about Mother Devaki giving birth to the child Krishna, and she is revealed, and Krishna is revealed to all of us by Srila Prabhupada's purports, by the association of Guru and Krishna and association of devotees. What else we need in our life to continue the journey towards Krishna? So I think I'll stop here because I have a 8 o'clock hard stop with my boss. I have scheduled a meeting. So saying that, I think I'll stop. I can continue, but it's enough. And thank you all for giving me opportunity and pleasing the lordships. If I am done, read something and spoke something wrong, please forgive me. But thank you so much for all of your association. Any comments, any questions in a few minutes? That will be, I try. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Accept my presence.
Hare Krishna.
It's just Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much for bringing that, how Bhagavatam can bring us all, the prelude for the class. I really loved it. Why we are hearing and spending this half an hour or whatever time every morning. That was very meditative and very helpful. And I was also very appreciative of this verse, bringing in Mother Devaki's position, revealing Krishna. So for me, somehow, it was very striking as you were speaking, how fortunate is Mother Devaki to be engaged in that kind of a service, right? Otherwise, Krishna can just randomly appear somewhere and we can still say Krishna's appearance. But he's actually engaging Mother Devaki in that position. So we all have that, can actually experience and appreciate her position and Krishna's position and the loving relationship. So I was thinking of in our day-to-day with the other devotees, how Krishna is engaging each of us in different ways. And when we can see in that relationship, each of the devotee, how wonderful is their devotion to Krishna and how amazing is Krishna's reciprocation to them, and appreciating and relishing that, that relationship between the devotees and Krishna. So somehow, it was very heart touching for me, especially to, we were talking about this Vaishnava etiquette or devotee relationships. If we can focus there, I think our hearts can really reach out to each of us in a very loving way. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so
much. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Just like Amritakali said, that the introduction, that was very good. I mean, how precious is this half an hour and what it does to our insides. I mean, insides cleaning. Yeah, that's very. I've also remembered Mother Devahuti's statement, the one who is chanting, glorifying Krishna, the one who is chanting the holy names. He has done all austerities in his past lives. And that is so amazing to accept, Prabhu, that we are chanting. And have we done that kind of austerities and penances in our past lives? But it's so that was very, very good. And then I also remembered one incident, Prabhu, during our Dwarka Yatra. In 2016, we went to this Chandrabhaga, goddess Chandrabhaga's temple in which was in Dwarka, that area. And Maharaj said in his discourse that, and we also visited the cave where Krishna was fighting with Jambavan for that Samantaka jewel incident. So he was missing for 28 days or something. So everybody in Dwarka got so anxious for the Lord's safety and why he's not returning. Then Maharaj was saying, see, in this temple, Mother Devaki stood first in the line before goddess Chandrabhaga. And yes, and it gave such a really like a personal moment of realization, and then goddess blessed them all, saying, he will return immediately, and the Lord returned the very same day, something like that. So I was remembering that moment in our yatra, remembering Mother Devaki, so how amazing she is. Devaki Paramanandam, Krishna Mande Jagat Guru.
Jagat Guru, yeah.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I think we'll stop here. I will 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananta koti vaishnava nikishay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.